So you've kind of touched all over pieces of my next question, and that's really your for-profit side. Uh, you have a business called Guahan Software Services LLC, and I wanted you to talk a little bit about what you're doing with that company and on the for-profit side. You've kind of hit on pieces of it, but can you talk about that, what you're doing with that company, and how that relates to your nonprofit side?
Absolutely. The for-profit company, Guahan Software Services, is as plain as the name itself. We simply provide services in technology, specifically software today, to businesses on Guam that need these technologies. The demand, to be frank, is low, but it exists. As technology needs increase, the demand will also increase. And the way that this ties into the nonprofit is that those who complete the training programs, projects with the nonprofit will be able to work on the projects for Guam businesses that enable these technology solutions. These software applications, whether it be on the web, meaning web development. Right now, people understand what a website is. Everybody can go to a .com and use the application. It can be built through these different providers, and that's fine. Those are tools that get the job done. There are specific needs like the Stripe payment process that doesn't just use a plugin to enable payment processing. They do have plugins, but they just don't support Guam. So there we have business challenges and technology challenges that we need to solve before we can get it here on Guam.
So can I interrupt you for just a second?
Absolutely.
Sorry about that. So tell me about why you think it is that there's such slow adoption here on Guam. Why it seems like businesses are used to just kind of operating the way that they are, particularly when there's all of these different options that I talked about before, that I knew about as a brand new entrepreneur, but yet I don't have that available to me here in Guam. Can you talk about why there's not a faster adoption rate here in Guam for the businesses on Guam to want to these basic kind of things, get them adopted, incorporated into their business processes so that they can make things more efficient?
I have a few guesses to why that may be the case. Let's go back to the eras that we talked about. When the .com bust happened, Guam wasn't affected. When the financial housing crisis happened, I did not notice. When the technology surge, the SaaS surge of 2015 happened, it didn't even cross my mind when I graduated high school until I was out there. So it's a two-part question. One, Guam, stating as a fact, the market indicators and factors are isolated in Guam. And back then it was with tourism. We consistently have military buildup and development, which shields us from a lot of the economic wins that we see. Today, that has changed for whatever reason. Today, I also came back and just noticed that I'm looking for others to help with this idea and this mission and this vision. But it's slow. It takes time. And we need more people who are not just aware. I've worked with some organizations here already that they are offering trainings for AI. They offer trainings for how to use modern technology tools. But what's needed is an understanding of those tools, which I'm trying my best here, but it's like building a house, like building applications. We need people to know how to build a house. We got carpenters, electricians, journeymen, general contractors doing all these things, but we have a lot of experience in those things, and we continue to apply those things today. We don't just buy a building and get it shipped to Guam. It's not possible. But we can buy technology and get it shipped to our computers. It reduces the need to understand how these things work. It reduces the need to get deep into the software, into the technology. And because we're a level away from that, away from building it, we get left behind.
I love that answer. I love that answer. That was very thorough and really gets to the heart. I'm hoping that through platforms like this, the Innovate Guam podcast and other kind of forums, we can get this word out that we can be better and we can go deeper, if you will, so that we improve efficiency, we improve quality of life, and we build a strong foundation for new and other ways of economic development. So
Absolutely.
awesome, awesome. So let's talk about the last facet. Is there anything specifically with government policies and initiatives that you want to talk about? I know you hit upon a little bit of that before, but is there anything else with respect to government policies and initiatives that you want to talk about?
At a high level, a lot of services on Guam, government services, economic policy, and other laws enable education in ways such as providing land grants with the EOG, trade services and education with GCC, the Guam Trades Academy. We have existing architectures in place that the programs that we're offering, the Guahan Tech nonprofit and the initiative and organization, hopefully, to partner with these folks and provide our courses through these avenues that exist right now. And if possible, education funding that happens through the government, through grants, as we do with our other services and supply needs. For example, we have housing assistance, we have food assistance, we have educational assistance as well. And so a piece of the picture is requiring more education assistance specifically to cater for the needs of technology. It's just adding on to the existing processes that we have today. I'm not looking to shake things up on Guam. I'm just looking to keep us up to date with what is needed in the technology landscape today.
Absolutely. And I love your thought process with that. Instead of trying to be the lone wolf and create something or recreate pieces of what's already out there, to collaborate with folks that are already there. And I will tell you that last week's guest was Mr. Bert Johnston from the Trades Academy. And I was just so impressed with his approach to running the Trades Academy. It's very entrepreneurial. It's very outside of the box. It's very speedy and stuff. And I'm sure after we get off the podcast here, we could talk offline, because I think these are the things that excite him, the ability to be able to maybe offer this and push these kind of high-tech courses out in pursuit of uplifting Guam's workforce. So love everything there. So appreciate that answer.